Yes, people. How are we all doing? Welcome on back to the channel. I'll be honest, I didn't think I'd be streaming today. I really didn't. I thought in my mind I was gonna go out, watch Liverpool get a lovely guard of honour from the Arsenal. Didn't really give a shit about the results. And be done with my day. Have a couple of bevies, have a nice little nice. And instead, I've got to come on to YouTube at 1 o'clock in the morning and defend my city, defend my people against ignorant, stupid pricks who don't quite understand exactly why we did what we did today to Trent Alexander-Arnold. I didn't want to have to do this, but I feel I have to. I'm a very proud Scouser. It's one of the things I'm most proud of in my life, and it's something I couldn't control. I was born to be a Scouser, and it's one of the things I'm most proud of in my life. And all I've had to see today is people chat shit about Scousers. Call us this, that, and the third. Call us practically second-rate people, for lack of a better term, because we made our feelings heard towards a person who we feel disrespect us because that's what he did. And I've seen people take the piss out of a Hillsborough disaster as a result of that, and take it beyond what is reasonable, because the fans of Liverpool Football Club, the Scousers who support Liverpool Football Club, feel betrayed about the fact that a guy who built his entire career off the fact that he was this homegrown lad who loved nothing more than Liverpool jumped at the very first possible opportunity to flee from the city, to flee from his people. But look, I'm going to talk about it all today. I'm going to get my feelings heard, and I'm going to preface this at the very start before people in the comments or people message me or people do whatever the fuck. I am not saying I speak for every single Scouser. I'm not saying I speak for every single Liverpool fan. But I feel today there was a lack of representation for my people, for the people from the city. Instead, we've just been made out to be scum who treat people from their city, people from their home, with a lack of respect, which is far from the case. But if you're new here, you're not already, make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, you turn on the notification bell so you don't miss another video. I'm going to address a couple of these comments first of all, because when I get going, I'm going to get going, and there's not going to be much interaction with the chat today, so I'm going to, when there is opportunity and when there is moments, I will interact with the chat. Normally, Jamie, I get you on a heartbeat, but I feel today it has to be me. I need to deal with this today, because this is something that's riled me up today. It's the reason I didn't do any shows post-match. It's the reason I've come on at midnight, because it's just grinding me gears the way it's been dealt with. So normally I'd be having you on and we'd be having a nice little chat about this, Jamie, but I need to deal with this today, because for me it's personal. I said it would happen. I know what it's like. I knew what would happen. He shouldn't have played. He shouldn't. I'll preface this at the very start. Trent Alexander-Arnold should not have played today. He should not have played. The moment he announced he was leaving the football club, he should never have worn the shirt again. It was too volatile. But the manager made a cock up and done it, and we realised what happened. Yeah, too sick to death of all these opposition fans, pundits telling us fans how to feel about Trent getting off on free. It's insane. I do find it funny how I've got all these rival fans sitting on fucking high horses, like their club are faultless, like Arsenal didn't boo Ashley Cole and Robin van Persie, like Chelsea didn't boo Mason Mount. You know, every single one of our clubs, Man City booed James Milner. All our clubs have done stuff like this, because guess what? Football is for lack of a better term, tribalistic. And when we see someone leave us, it makes no sense to us. In our minds, Liverpool, in our minds, Arsenal, in our minds, Chelsea is the pinnacle of everything. There is no bigger and better club. There's no bigger and better honour than being a local lad and representing your local team. And to throw that all away to go to the glitz and glamour of Madrid, it's going to rub people up the wrong way. And the fact that people are sitting there going, you can't feel that way, it blows my mind. It really blows my mind. I was there today. I didn't boo because I don't like the concept of booing a player who's wearing our shirt and representing our club. I disagree. I understand that sentiment. I disagree. Trent Alexander-Arnold, the moment he announced that he was leaving this football club, regardless of if he's wearing our shirt now or not, he's not wearing our shirts in any meaningful games. These games are utterly fucking irrelevant. We don't need to turn up. Trent Alexander-Arnold is wearing our shirt now for literally no reason. There's zero reason or zero relevance for that man to be wearing our shirt right now. But he's doing it. But that doesn't mean that's why he's getting the reaction he's getting. What else? Always been the same time, don't like us at all, dare and speak up. People hate Scousers. It's what it is. It's us against the world. It always has been, always will be. Scousers are the best people on the planet. I understand why the fans booed him pre-match when his name was announced and when he came on. However, it really pissed me off when he was booed whenever he touched the ball. That was dumb. Disagree. It's a thin message. It's a pointless message if the moment he comes on the pitch we don't boo. That's when you boo. When he's actually affecting the game. When he's representing the club. All that happened when his name was... fucking hell. Names get read pre-match, you don't come on the pitch. It's different. He came on. He was at fault for the second goal because he couldn't hold the offside line for the fucking 8th year of his career. He's going to get booed when he touches the ball. This is what it is. It is what it is. The fact of the matter is, this was always going to be volatile. This was always going to be brutal. The manager should have sensed that, and he didn't. Big ups, MHF as well. I apologise, didn't read it at the time. Again, slightly preoccupied. Big ups MHF, big ups to Sam, big ups Mo. Make sure you're subscribing to MHF. You got to make sure you're subscribing to MHF as well, because when into Battle of the League, yours truly will be on there taking the piss out of Mo, because we need something to look forward to in the next couple of weeks. What else have we got? Glad he got booed every time he touched the ball. He deserves to be made an example of for backstabbing us after everything. Don't want to see him again. Exactly. I've seen people this week say I did have him back. No. The moment you leave this football club, the moment you leave your people, the moment you abandon your people, you're dead. There's no way back. There's no way back. I'll touch on Ian Doyle as well, because I've got respect for journalists, but what happened today, I feel is beyond poor. Beyond poor. These people don't realise the precedence they are set, and let's see how they behave when their players leave them. Look, what we do, KT, is we sit back and observe, because not everything needs a reaction. I'm not reacting today to go at other clubs. I'm reacting today to defend my team, to defend my people. Because the shit I've seen said about Scousers, the shit I've seen said about Liverpool, is ridiculous. And I'm here to defend them. This is not about, oh, I'm going to point score on Chelsea, or oh, I'm going to point score on Arsenal or City or United or fucking whoever. I actually could not give a flying fuck. Right here, right now, I'm here to defend this team, this badge, these people. That's what I'm here for. He should have been exiled from the squad when he told start in March. He shouldn't have, because that is what it is. He should never have played again the moment he announced it. The moment it's announced, he can't play again because it's volatile. What Liverpool fans are very good at doing is living in blissful ignorance. That's not a bad thing. I'm pretty sure 90% of Liverpool fans knew that he was going Madrid. But because nothing was confirmed, we could sit there and go, well, he's not confirmed anything. We don't need to do anything. The moment it's confirmed, the moment it's set in stone, the moment he's announced that he's leaving this football club, it switches, it changes. You betrayed us. We can live in the blissful ignorance that you haven't done anything yet. But the moment it's announced, we can't just sit there and do it. I've seen so many fucking stupid analogies today. Someone tried to compare it to a marriage. Someone tries to compare... You know what this is like in a marriage? Imagine you've been together with your partner for 9 years. Been together for 9 years. You've sat there. You've thought you've had a lovely marriage. You've achieved plenty of wonderful things. You've won a wonderful holidays. You've had promotions in work. Yada yada yada. You've had a really strong relationship for 9 years. And then you have a bit of a wobble in year 7 or year 8, should I say? And then year 9 comes round. You're back on your feet. You're more confident in yourself. And then the missus comes up to you and goes, "By the way, I'm leaving you. I'm leaving you." And what are we just supposed to sit there and go, "Oh, well done. You know what? Yeah, you go and do you. You are fantastic. You are wonderful. You go do you." No, we're gonna be angry. We're gonna be livid. We're gonna sit there and go, "How the fuck do you think there's better than us?" Especially after we've just won the fucking league. So there's gonna be anger. There's gonna be vitriol towards the man. There is. The lack of understanding blows my mind, and it's people who have no reason to sit on a fucking moral high horse because of shit they've done who try and talk to you. Van Dijk and Lallana get booed with Southampton fans all the time. So Sadio Mane got booed. Fucking, I'm pretty sure Nathaniel Klein was getting booed. But again, because it's not us, we're not the villains. Olim, I never once said Zubimendi was a prick for not joining Liverpool. I said it was admirable that he showed loyalty. I wish he'd joined, but I never called him a prick. I may have said it's not the smart decision, but it was an admirable decision, and it was loyalty. And I will never knock loyalty, because it's a dying breed in this sport. Do you think Slot put Trent on purpose? Show the consequences to who? The consequences to who? The problem is, the only person that really resonates with is Jones, because let's say, for argument's sake, Konate was in this situation next year. It wouldn't hit the same because Konate's not Scouse. I think people are trying to take away the fact that it's Scouse. Trent Alexander-Arnold is someone who has built his entire profile and his entire brand at this football club on being this local lad. You can't have your cake and eat it. The moment you backstab these people, they're going to throw it back in your face. But when you stand by them, as you did for 7 fucking years, as we did for 8 fucking years, Jesus Christ, Gary Neville was sitting there trying to don on his fucking United 07-08 kit on Monday Night Football, and we defended you and defended you and defended you like fucking nothing else. And you sit there and throw it in our face and expect nothing back. It's ridiculous. Carragher has said afterwards on Sky, "We shouldn't boo but instead cheer other players, that regardless of Trent Alexander-Arnold leaving, he's wearing our shirt and we're different, that our players never walk alone." But he's not our player though, is he? Like I said, these games now are fucking irrelevant. Whether we like it or not, these games mean nothing. They're for show, that we have to turn up so we don't get fined. That's what it is. Trent Alexander-Arnold's not meaningfully representing our football club at this point. There's no meaningful game that he's performing in. There's no meaningful game that Trent Alexander-Arnold has to represent this club in from now until he joined Real Madrid. I've seen a lot of people take the piss out of you and Never Walk Alone today and say, "Oh, it's just for show." You'll Never Walk Alone stands there for the players at the football club. You'll Never Walk Alone is a motto for this football club, but Trent Alexander-Arnold has chosen to walk away from the football club. The motto doesn't apply for players who walk away from the football club. You've chosen to walk away, therefore you walk alone. Whilst you are walking with us, you will never walk alone. But the moment you decide you're bigger, you're better, you will walk away from this football club. You will walk away from your people. You will walk away from the club that built you up to where you are. You can't expect people to follow behind you, tails between their legs, trying to suck your dick. It's not going to happen. Completely agree with everyone that booed him every touch. We do the same with Grealish every time he comes back. Even then, though, you know what? You boo Grealish when he comes back, and again, I'm not going to say how Aston Villa fans should feel about that. But at least Aston Villa got a fee for him. At least Grealish treated your club with a modicum of respect. The Rat didn't. Trent looks genuinely shocked at the amount of booing, which he deserved. Trent walked on that pitch thinking he was going to walk on, you get a hero's fucking farewell. That's not what happens. You betrayed us. You're going to get the response of people who have been betrayed. Jamie Carragher said during the week he was sick of people telling Liverpool fans how to feel, and he criticised the fans today. Jamie Carragher normally speaks a lot of sense, and he spoke a lot of sense in midweek, but today it just felt very weird. Liverpool fans are going to react the way they react. This is not something new. I feel like people are acting like Liverpool have never done this before. When Steve McManaman left Liverpool, or when Steve McManaman announced that he was leaving Liverpool in, I think it was 98, or it might be 99, I wasn't born, so I don't remember the exact years, I just know the story. We played Coventry, I think it was. We played Coventry the game afterwards, and Steve McManaman started on the bench, and he came on. And when McManaman came on, he was booed. He was booed quite heavily. And after the game, Houllier and Mark Wright, I think it was, came out in an interview and said, "Don't boo McManaman." Now, the most telling thing for me today is that Andy Robertson and Arnie Slot have come out and done interviews, and neither of them have said "don't boom." They've peddled the line with, "Oh, you've got to be nice, you know, I'm going to defend my players, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. I have a lot of respect for him as a friend and as a person and as a footballer." But the one thing they've not done is say, "Don't boom." That, to me, is the most damning thing. They said "don't boo McManaman" because the players in that dressing room understood the football club had done him wrong in terms of his contract. Right now, I feel the players in this dressing room realise that Trent's making an incredibly stupid decision, and they are not standing by him. They'll defend him in the public, but they will not stand there and stop the fans of this football club voicing their opinions on what they believe is also a stupid decision. Big ups LEA for the super chat. Tom, seeing what that prick Owen said, lol. Ironically, what Owen said is probably one of the more damning things. Michael Owen said that when he came back to Liverpool and he was booed, he couldn't handle it. Now, Trent was getting booed as a player. Liverpool never booed their own fucking players. Darwin Núñez is dog wank. And Darwin Núñez for the past 3 years has never heard anything close to a boo. He's heard his name in any form of Scouse accents. He's never heard a boo. Never. And yet Trent got a boo today. He didn't get a boo, he got plenty of fucking boos for multiple fucking occasions. Thing is, early early for the Paris game is supposed to be a brilliant, lovely day, and yet he'll just get boomed and there'll be unnecessary negativity. You can't play again. You can't. If you've watched me on any platform, you know I've been saying this. Trent Alexander-Arnold cannot play for this football club again. He can't. It's too volatile. The fan base, the people who go every game, the Scousers who idolised him for 8 years, will not take this well. And you can't expect us to. But you also can't villainise us when exactly what we say would happen, happened. Big ups again, LEA, for the super chat. Much appreciated, my friend. Tom, Trent got what he deserved. His fault, boom. Trent Alexander-Arnold is a 26-year-old man. He's made his decisions. This is not me saying I don't have an element of understanding. I don't agree with this decision, but I understand why he's made it. I think it's a stupid decision, but I understand why he's made it. But he made his bed. He can't expect to make his bed and then not lie in it. He has decided to make this move. He has decided to betray his people. And yet he wants to avoid any consequences. He wants to avoid any consequences of it. But I need to speak on it without reading comments. I keep putting in your comments, keep putting in your super chats, whatever. I'll get to them eventually, but I need to just rant on this. Social media is a cesspit at the best of times, but today I saw something absolutely abhorrent. I saw an Arsenal fan, an Arsenal tactico by the name of No New Thing. Fucking twat is what he is. He's a twat. He sits there and has an Oxford Dictionary of words that he tries to use and act like he knows football, but in reality he's just a fucking twat. But today, that man sat there and tried to point score on my football club and talk about honour and respect. And his manner of doing so was to use an Arsenal tribute to the Hillsborough disaster as a point scoring measure. It was to use an Arsenal tribute to Hillsborough as a point scoring measure and say, Liverpool put up a joking banner about Mikel Arteta being a bridesmaid, whereas we pay tribute to the Hillsborough disaster. We are a much classy club than them. You cannot ever use that Hillsborough disaster as a fucking point scoring method. It's one of the most damaging things that ever happened to this country in football. It is the most damaging thing that ever happened to this city in football. There are things that go beyond banter, or there are things that go beyond a laugh and a joke. Hillsborough is never something that should be joked about. It's never something that should be used as a point scoring method. And this prick, No New Thing, tries to sit there and use it as his point scoring method for, look at how wonderful Arsenal are because we've done what we paid tribute to the Hillsborough disaster. I appreciate every single club that turns up here pays tribute to the Hillsborough disaster. I appreciate that. It means a lot more than people understand. But seeing that today is utterly abhorrent. It's fucking disgusting. It is vile. You can take the piss out of many other things, but there are certain things that cannot be touched, and that for me is one of them. And seeing Arsenal fans try and use that as a point scoring measure for the Trent situation blows my mind. Because you know what? I people have watched me for years. I clash with a lot of Arsenal fans. I say a lot of things about Arsenal. I've always had respect for them as a club. Since I watched football when Arsene Wenger was there, they were a classy club. They've done things the right way. But today soured my view on a lot of fans in a deep way, because there are certain topics that are taboo. There are certain topics that you cannot touch, and that was what he done. He tried to point score using that, and it blows my mind. It really fucking blows my mind. And there's people who will sit there and go and try and defend it. There's no defending it. It's fucking abhorrent. You know what it is? This football club. I'm no other football club has experienced, but Bob, maybe Bradford and Manchester United back in the 50s. But no other English football club has experienced anything at the level of Hillsborough. And I hope no other football club has to experience anything at the levels of Hillsborough. I hope I never have to see a day where a football club has a situation where fans go to a game and don't return home. And I'm seeing certain Arsenal fans come out there and try and use that as a point scoring measure. And it's sickening. It's sickening. And it's not all Arsenal fans. I've never said it's all Arsenal fans. But there is certain Arsenal fans with a very big platform that use that and try and down players and try and use that as a fucking barometer against my football club. and it's sickening. It's absolutely fucking sickening. It's sickening. But let's get back to this. Otherwise, I'll say stuff I'm not supposed to say, and I've got a career that I need to protect. Big up Sally. Yeah, I want to play Madrid badly. Please give us them. Oh, more than you believe. Give me a Rio Angamora against Trent 1-on-1. Give me him 1-on-1. I just need it 1-on-1. Fucking bam, bam, bam. He was. Oh, you know what? We defended Trent like you wouldn't believe. But best believe, if it comes down to it, we'll turn on the cunt like you wouldn't believe. The moment he returns to Anfield, you won't hear boos louder. There will not be a situation where you hear boos louder. I'm telling you right now. I'm telling you for a fucking fact. Right, okay. Let's talk about this N9. Let's talk about this. Wife Alexander Isak handed in a transfer request this summer. Refused to play for Newcastle. And then went, you know what? I won't play until I join Liverpool. Or I won't play until I join Arsenal. Would you sit there and go, oh, well, it's alright, look, he's got ambitions, he wants to play for a bigger club than Newcastle? Or would you sit there and go, it's fucking wrong, that? Now, yes, Trent Alexander-Arnold didn't hand in a transfer request because he didn't need to, because for 4 years this prick has been conniving and been scheming to get out of this football club at this time. That's what he's been doing. Newcastle fans have sat there all year and then moaned at any big club that's went, you know what, I'd like Alexander Isak. How dare you say that? We're a big club, we'll keep him. He wants to stay at us. We all experience the same situations. I don't get what you're going on. I really fucking don't. Pathetic fans, he gave everything for the club. Well done, Yusuf. Someone who's got complete media illiteracy. Yes. When he was playing for Liverpool Football Club, when he had loyalty to Liverpool Football Club, he gave everything. And do you know who gave it back even more? Liverpool fans. You know how many shit games Trent Alexander-Arnold had, which I barefaced lied over? Do you know how many bad games Trent Alexander-Arnold had where I said, you know what, it's just we're not using them right. Do you know what, someone else did help him out. When Trent Alexander-Arnold played for this football club, when Trent Alexander-Arnold was a representative of this football club and wasn't already having his head in fucking Madrid, because that's the situation we're in, no one backed him more than Liverpool fans. And now we're getting made out to be the villains over it. It blows my mind. Carlito, I'm gonna do you the decency here and not respond. I'm gonna do you the decency and not respond because I know what this was about. I'm gonna do you the decency and not respond about how you think the Hillsborough stuff was banter, because stuff like that is never banter. So I'm gonna do you the decency and not respond. Scousers have always been seen as respectful people. Today tarnish that, to be honest. Get a fucking grip of yourself, Remy. He sat there, lied to the people, betrayed his people. People don't understand what this city's mindset is. Liverpool as a city has been fucked over at every possible opportunity for 50 years. Of course, the people who live there, who stuck together through thick and thin, have a us against the world mentality. That's always going to happen. And it's one of the things I'm most fucking proud of. So, you know, fucking grinds me more than anything to see people villainise that mentality. See people villainise the mentality that kept this city alive, that kept this city thriving when it needed it most. I'm seeing people now villainise that mentality because they want a point score in a fucking football debate. Get a fucking grip. If you do not understand everything about this situation, do not speak like you know anything about the situation. Big ups, Rax. Don't know if I've told you, Tom, but your words on this subject over recent months have changed my opinion on the Trent situation. Look, I'm not an oracle on this Trent situation. I appreciate that, Rax, but I'm not an oracle. I will speak my opinion. If someone is influenced by it, positively or negatively, that is their prerogative. I imply everyone to do the full research. I imply everyone to try and put themselves in their shoes, doing the full research of the situation of Scousers. At that point, you will understand why we feel this way. Going Palace game, he plays Albu, he can't play. He can't. I'm not having him ruin my title celebrations. I'm sure plenty of us in this chat who watch this on the replay Plenty of people here are going to be going that parade on the 26th. And it's going to be a mega day. And you know what? I'm not going to let that fucking little prick ruin it for me. I will sing my Federico Chiesa song. I will sing my Arne Slot song. I'll sing my Salah song, my Van Dijk song, my Jota, my McAllister, my Gravenberch, my Diaz, my Robbo, my Ibu. Sing all them chants. I'm not singing his fucking chants. Big ups Fonzie. Arsenal Twitter's full mute. I'm not going to sit there and attack all of Arsenal Twitter. I'm not, because this is the wrong thing that we do. People try and collect everything and put it into one. I'm defending my club from stuff I've seen from the likes of Piers fucking Morgan and Rio Ferdinand, who are apparently the fucking beacons of morality now. Let's not get into what they've fucking done, because again, I've got a career to protect. But yeah. Pathetic. It's your owner's fault. If a player's running down his deal and you get an offer for him, you sell him or he leaves on a free. Your club chose not to sell him. That's not Trent's fault. At this point in time, no one is sitting here angry because Liverpool Football Club did not get a fee for Trent Alexander-Arnold. And yes, we very well could have accepted £10 million in this fucking climate. What the fuck would that get me when I'm challenging for a title? It gets me nothing. Big ups Rax. I don't know if I'd call him a rat, but he could have been the greatest. Now I don't feel anything for him. I feel worse, but again, I'm not going to discuss it. Big ups Liam. Is it bad that I smirked when he missed the free? Oh, mate, I nearly celebrated it. I nearly celebrated the fact that I didn't have to do it. Brilliant. You've explained it. You've explained it here, N9. If Isak said he isn't signing a new deal and our owners got offered 100 million quid for him, we didn't accept knowing he wouldn't sign a new deal, then it's our owner's fault. It's simple. A, we didn't get offered 100 million quid, we got offered 10 million quid. B, we didn't know that Trent wasn't signing a new deal. He just hadn't signed one at that point. We were still in negotiations. So, your two big points in your fucking flawed argument don't land. What now? What now? Literally cost us a UCL final. Big ups Robertson. Andy Robertson done nothing wrong that final. He done nothing wrong. This is not on our owners. I'm not going to turn this into a fucking FSG thing. This is not on our owners. We offered to make him the highest paid fullback and one of the highest paid players in this division. We offered him 350 grand a week. There's nothing more my ownership could have fucking done. The boos were justifiable. Exactly. Okay, let's assume he's not lying and he made his decision in March and told him in April. How can they accept a bid when it's unclear how he feels? How can we accept a bid when we're in the fucking title challenge? Could you... Obviously, we're not going to accept a bid for our starting fucking right back when we're challenging for a fucking title. For God's sake. Honest to God. Again, people are just trying to fucking point score without any fucking context or any relevance to the situation. Fucking sickening. Sing the Gerrard song. I loved that today. I fucking loved that today. That was beautiful. That was beautiful. You are being disrespectful towards Trent. He's a Liverpool legend. Why hating because he wants a new challenge? Trent Alexander-Arnold is a grown-ass man. Trent Alexander-Arnold can do whatever the fuck that man wants to do with his life, with his career. It's his decision to make. I'm allowed to feel angry about his decision. I'm allowed to feel that he has fucked the club over at every single possible opportunity in the way he has handled this situation. I'm allowed to. I'm not... If it's disrespectful, it's disrespectful. I feel he's been disrespectful to my football club. I'll be disrespectful towards him. What's the saying? Treat others the way you want to be treated. There you go. His goodbye video was superb acting, reading off and Alonso Q. It was fucking shit. He's shit. It was fucking wank. Big ups in the Scouser. Fucking love you, Tom. You speak for a lot of us. I echo what you're saying. I wish all people around the world would understand us. I love this club so much with all our heart. You'll never walk alone. I appreciate that a lot. More than you understand, Indian Scouser. I appreciate that. You got offered the fee, you tell Trent he accepts the deal in Jan, or you accept the offer. Again, it's simple, you let him string you along and now you're getting worked up. You didn't accept your fault. So you're just being intentionally dense then. I'm not going to engage anymore, you're just being intentionally fucking dense. What else have we got? This is a learning experience for Arne Slot. I'm sure he was a bit bewildered by his decision as well. I think he just misjudged it. He's just misjudged it. It is what it is. He's learned from it. At least it didn't happen in an actually important game. So there we go. All these clubs still boot players for much less. Exactly. Bro, are you actually going to talk about the game or just bang on about that mug? Carlito, I have absolutely zero fucking reason to talk about this game. It is utterly fucking irrelevant for my season. It is utterly irrelevant for Arsenal's season. There is absolutely zero fucking relevance behind this game. I do not talk about pre-season friendlies. I do not talk about games that mean fuck all, because I learn nothing from it. I learn nothing from the situation. I learn absolutely fuck all from it. All I learned today is Trent's a cunt. That's it. That's everything I learned today. I didn't learn anything more about my players. I didn't learn anything more about my system. I didn't learn anything more about my manager. So why the fuck would I waste my time and my breath speaking about a game which is utterly and entirely irrelevant to the future of this football club? I'm not going to talk about the game. I learned fuck all from it. We scored 2, we conceded 2. Is what it is. PSG booed Mbappe, benched booed Mbappe, they gave him a send-off. Because PSG are little fucking cooks. My football club has at least, my fan base at least, has some fucking standards. Will not let Trent be made to be a fucking icon when he's treated the football club in the way he's treated them. Not having it. Never having it. We are much better than that fucking useless cunt. I'm being dense. You can't respond rationally because you're leading with emotions, lad. I can respond rationally. Liverpool Football Club went in there in the January and received an offer of £10 million. That is much below market value for the best right back on the planet, even if he's in the last 6 months of his deal. Liverpool Football Club at that point in time had received no indication from Trent Alexander-Arnold that he was not willing to sign a new contract. So at that point in time, Liverpool Football Club will operate on the basis that the man wants to stay, but we just need to iron out the details. So why, in a situation where we are top of the league, in a surprising title challenge, and the player is, for all intents and purposes, still willing to stay, would we sell him? It was only confirmed to the club in March that he didn't want to stay. Why would we sell him in January if the belief within the football club was that if we give him the right deal, he'll stay? This is what I'm on about. It wasn't a case where Trent had told us in January, I'm going. In January, we were still led to believe that he wanted to stay. Therefore, why would we sell a player that, for all intents and purposes, still wanted to stay? It doesn't make sense. So, what do you make of Carragher saying all our players want to play for Madrid? He clearly knows fuck all about our squad. Jamie Carragher played in a Liverpool team where the club wasn't in a situation where it was consistently challenging for the best honours on the planet. So yes. In that situation, a lot of players that joined Liverpool in that time probably wanted to join a Barcelona or a Real Madrid. Liverpool Football Club now are in a situation where they're challenging for the top honours. They're challenging year in, year out for the league and the Champions League. It's a very different situation to the dressing rooms that he found himself in, and on that basis he should not be talking without the relevant context. He was in a dressing room that had standards for about 3 years. And in those 3 years, I can't remember many players that went to Madrid, bar fucking Xabi Alonso. Outside of that, the dressing room didn't have standards. We were finishing fucking 4th. Now we're winning league titles. Now one of the best teams on the planet. The situation's not the same. The context is not the same. You received no indication. Why is it the last 6 months where you're being strung along? That should have been ironed out from the sun before. It sounds like a lot of naivety to me. Liverpool Football Club were in absolutely zero situation in the summer to be completely ironing out details of a contract. The manager had just joined, so let's bear in mind, if the manager's just joined, players are going to have a bit of an element of, I'm not going to commit yet because I don't know how good the manager is. Liverpool had also just employed a new sporting director, a new head of football, and about 4 new people in the upstairs section. Liverpool Football Club structure was entirely revamped. It needed time to get settled in. We were fully bedded in around November. Everyone was fully bedded in around November. We were top of the league. Everyone upstairs was settled in their roles, which is ironically when the offers for contracts went out. Van Dijk, Salah, Trent, the initial offers, bar Trent, because Trent got an offer in April of the previous year. Before anyone had even settled in, we wanted to sign him to a new deal. We had ambition to keep Trent Alexander on this football club. This football club did not stop and move away from him straight away. We did not leave him in the dark. We were desperate to get his deal done. So, in the November, when everything was finally settled up, we offered the contract. We were not in a situation before that to offer a contract. This is where loyalty to your people and to your club comes in. In the previous situations where he was due a contract renewal, Liverpool were there straight away, sorting the deal out, ironing the kinks, giving him mega money. We offered him 180 grand a week as a 21-year-old. We were there, fully committed behind him. The one time we need him to have an element of loyalty back towards this football club, he stabs us in the back and goes Madrid. And yet you sit there and go, it's your fault. Get a grip, man. Get a grip. I've only just logged on, but I have to say, just watching you saying how people have been dissing Scousers, I'm a Manc, and all I can say is them idiots must have met any Scousers because you guys are solid. Look, Mancs and Scousers hate each other, but there's a mutual respect there. There's a mutual respect, and I appreciate that, Lee. I appreciate that. In the summer, he had 12 months. Doesn't matter about your structure argument. He knew regardless he was potentially leaving for free. He should sign he should get a sign or leave offer, accept or you're sold. But we're not saying any of this towards Van Dijk and Salah, who were in the same situation but stayed. Guess what? We treated all the situations the exact fucking same. Every situation about our top players was led the exact fucking same. I can't sit there and go, it's the owner's fucking fault he didn't sign Trent. But you know what? Fair play to the owners for signing Salah. Because it don't make fucking sense. I don't disagree with the way this football club handled them contract renewals. They done it by the book, the correct way every single time. I'm not having it any other way. I'm not. You can try and point score all you want. My football club, my owners, my fucking staff did nothing wrong with the way they handled the Trent situation. There was no gamble. Our first offer to him came in April 2024. We were in contract negotiations with him for 11 fucking months. We were trying to give him a great deal for 11 fucking months. And he stabbed us in the back. And guess what? This football club, not even this football club, any football club on the planet, it's what's it called? It's tribalistic. I'm going to feel more hate about the fact that my fucking player has left my football club in the same way you'd feel angry. Only difference is Salah and Virgil were open and honest with fans about the season. At least he waited until the season was basically over. He sat there and tried to sneak out the back door the whole fucking season. The whole fucking season he was trying to sneak out the back door. He was trying to get away from all of it. Trying to get away from every little part of it. Trying to not own up to any of it. Trying to not sit there and go, I'm leaving. You know what it is? Salah and Van Dijk said they wanted to stay. I'm not. If Trent wanted to go, he wanted to go. This is the wonderful fucking thing. I am actually not a fucking dictator. If Trent Alexander-Arnold wanted to go and he left in the right way, I wouldn't sit there and be like this. There is a way to leave Liverpool Football Club. The problem is Trent has not done it in the right way in any sense of the fucking world. In any sense of the world. In any sense of the word, should I say. What else have we got? Help of our journalists back to not certain agendas. See, this is the other thing. I just need to make sure that I'm getting the right journalist here. Because I don't want to call out a journalist and then it be the wrong one. So let me just check something real quick. So, the journalists in the Echo, people who I actually have a fair amount of respect for, in Ian Doyle and Pete Ghost, said, so Paul Ghost said, Paul Ghost said Liverpool's response, yeah, do I have it set up here? Is it scene 4? Right, let's get it set up. Hold on a second. Yeah. So, Paul Ghost said Liverpool's response to Trent Alexander-Arnold was disgraceful and self-destructive. It played into Arsenal's hands. Liverpool's response to Trent Alexander-Arnold was far from disgraceful. Liverpool's response to Trent Alexander-Arnold was the exact way I want my football club to ever respond to a player who betrays everything about this football club, who sits there and builds an entire fucking brand off the fan base and off the fact he was born in the city, and in the first moment it comes down to him needing to live and die by that fucking code that he stands by, he sits there and jumps. He sits there and jumps ship. That's the difference. That's the fucking difference. If I go grab this article, let me just pull up the article real quick, because I know one thing about the Echo is that there are a bunch of ads on there, so let me just make sure that I get the section that I need to get. Where is it? Here we go. I've got Liverpool's journalist, by the way. Liverpool's journalist, the person who's supposed to... I don't think I'm saying this correctly. Liverpool's journalist in the biggest Liverpool paper coming out and saying, such targeting of Alexander-Arnold is a disgrace and pathetically childish. It's difficult to remember a previous occasion when Reds have booed their own, Steve McManaman, and until the end of the season, Alexander-Arnold remains a Liverpool player. Cheer him after he's left us so inclined, but doing so now is only a self-destructive action. I will never, ever, ever call my fan base, call the people who support this club, and the people who stand by their beliefs for what a Scouser should be, a disgrace and pathetically childish. If there is one thing we are not, it is a disgrace. He cannot build his entire profile as a Liverpool player off being this loyal homegrown lad, then walk away from that at the very first possible opportunity and expect fans to be willing to accept it. It can't happen. You are the journalist for the biggest Liverpool paper. You are allowed to voice your opinions. I'm not saying you should be operating in an echo chamber. But to attack our fan base, to attack our fans for voicing their opinion on Alexander-Arnold's situation, for speaking on their reaction to Alexander-Arnold's situation is wrong. Because you know what it is? We've sat there all week and fought and said and talked about the fact that no one should tell us how to feel. No one should tell us how to feel. And I've got Liverpool journalists coming out and trying to tell me how to feel and trying to make me feel and trying to knock me for how I feel. Doesn't make sense. It does not make sense. This is what annoys me more. I can sit there and understand if you do not understand what Liverpool is. If you do not understand what a Scouse is, if you do not understand the city, what can I do? You just don't understand it. But Ian Doyle should understand it. Ian Doyle should understand exactly what it means and exactly why fans feel the way they feel about Alexander-Arnold. And to sit there and make us out to be the villains, it blows my mind. It blows my mind. Liverpool Football Club are not faultless, but on a day like today, I will not call out any of them fans. I will not call out any of them fans for speaking their mind on this situation. Never. Ain't his fault. You guys made him up to that. So did the club and the marketing team. You know what, no, I'm not even going to respond to that. I'm not even going to respond to that. I'm not. I'm just not. I'm not going to waste my time. I'm not going to waste my breath. I'm not going to waste my energy responding to such a fucking stupid comment. They're trying to tell Trent how to feel and behave. How ironic. One thing I've not done all stream N9 is say that Trent shouldn't do what he's done. I think the one thing I've maintained across this entire stream is Trent Alexander-Arnold is a grown-ass man and he can make whatever decision he makes. And I can't knock him for that. Never knock him for that. He's a grown-ass man, he can make whatever decision he makes. But I'm also going to feel a certain way about it. People are going to feel a certain way about it. And I'm not going to stop them speaking. And I'm not going to stop myself from speaking our thoughts on the matter. Media getting too comfortable dismissing and slagging off the fans. They forget we're the people who pay for it all. Football without fans is nothing, and yet they're trying to get rid of the fans as much as possible nowadays. It's sickening. It's sickening. The Trent situation. I'll finish on this because I'm not going to do more than an hour. I'm not going to waste any more of my breath on this prick than I need to. The Trent Alexander-Arnold situation. He is in this position by design. Whatever people will try and tell you, whatever spiel they will try and run with, whatever situation they will try and argue with, whatever fucking fan fiction they try and create in their head to make out Liverpool to be the wrong people, to be the villains in this situation, should I say. Trent Alexander-Arnold is in this position by design. He is in this position by design. He deliberately chose to sign a 4-year deal in 2021. Fabinho got 5 years. Alisson got 5 years. Henderson got 5 years. Van Dijk. I think Van Dijk only got a year, but that was because of his knee injury. Who else? Robertson got 5 years. In fact, no, I think Robertson might have got 6 years, actually. But all these players were getting 5 years. And Trent got 4. This situation has been by design. By design. For the last 4 years. And Liverpool fans have tried to give this lad the benefit of the doubt. Time and time and time and time and time again. And he stabbed us in the back. And you expect Liverpool fans to not be angry. You expect Liverpool fans to wave him away with open arms like a fucking little fucking cook. No, that's not what this football club is. That lad made his entire fucking thing off of being a homegrown lad. Off of being someone who gets it. This means more. It means more at Liverpool. And he's thrown it away at the first possible opportunity. And you expect people to not be angry at it. You expect people to not have feelings of resentment and animosity and disgust and distaste towards a man who has sat there and for all intents and purposes spat in the face at the people who stood by him at his lowest moments in his footballing career. It blows my mind. It blows my mind. It well and truly blows my mind. The way the situation's been dealt with is wrong, and I feel like people have lost sight, especially Liverpool fans. I say this. I feel a lot of people have lost sight of who they support. We are not Trent Alexander-Arnold FC. We are not Mohamed Salah FC. We are not Virgil van Dijk FC. We are not Alisson FC. We are Liverpool FC. There have been better players who've come and gone from this football club. We have always survived. We have always thrived. We've always prospered. But we're always allowed to feel this animosity. We're always allowed to feel this anger towards a player who we feel has betrayed us. And the fact that I've got people from all fucking areas of this country trying to sit there and act on their moral fucking high horse. On their moral fucking high horse. About this Trent situation, about my fans and the way we've dealt with it. You don't get it. They just don't get it. And I'm not going to say anything. I will not say anything towards any rival fans at this point. I will not call them anything. I'm not call out their hypocrisy or anything. It is a time for Liverpool fans to celebrate our league title, which none of them fucking have, because they were all shit this year. And it is time for us to sit back and observe, because not everything needs a reaction. There are certain players for certain big clubs who will be in the situation that we are in with Mr. Alexander-Arnold. And I am very interested to see what their reaction will be in these situations. That's all I will say on the matter. But I've come on today to defend Scousers, because I feel that the notion that we've been given today that we are people who don't respect their own is vile. It's vile. There will never be someone defended more than a Scouser defended by Scousers. But the moment you betray them Scousers, you will get it back 10 times worse than you ever known it. You can't expect it both ways. But people, I'm going to love you, I'm going to leave you. I will be back at some point this week. Probably talk about transfers. I reckon we might get some movement on the Bournemouth end this upcoming week, with them now officially being unable to qualify for Europe. Shock. Liverpool fans want to talk about Liverpool. What? Liverpool fans want to talk about Liverpool? How disgraceful. How shocking. Liverpool fans want to talk about Liverpool? Liverpool fans think they're the best team on the planet? Liverpool fans don't think there's a better club on the planet to represent than Liverpool? Well, I never. Fucking hell. What am I having to deal with tonight? Anyway, people, I'm going to love yous, leave yous. I'll be back at some point this week. We'll talk transfers, probably Kerkez or Huizen. You'll catch me tomorrow somewhere. Tuesday with Hassam. You'll see me throughout the week. I'm where I always am, people. You know what it is, but I am going to stream more often. And remember, people, they will argue about whatever they want to argue. They will talk about whatever they want to talk about. They will question whatever they want to question about my football club, about my people. But at the end of the day, none of them have a fucking league title. None of them have their league title this season. They're all sitting there, dick in their hands with fuck all to show for their season. Especially fucking Arsenal, always the bridesmaids, never the fucking brides. Love yous, leave yous, people. I'll catch you in a bit. Ta-ra.